nice to get that last win. It's a cruel game, you know, the way that Tom and Cole pitched on Friday and Saturday, and you know, for me to get the win, and you know, out of all three of the games that were pitched this weekend, is, you know, I feel bad for those guys. They threw really well, but it was big for us to get that win, and big for us to score those runs that we did and kind of break it open there in the later innings. So.
Scott just said that triple was for you after the error that he had outright. Did he say anything to you afterwards?
He just said my bad. You know, I mean, I didn't really think anything of it. You know, they put some balls in play in that inning, and you know, I'm not sure that guy wouldn't have scored anyways with, you know, the hits that they got after me after that point. You know, but yeah, it wasn't a big deal at that point. I wasn't upset at him or anything, and I knew that he was the one guy, you know, going right now that we would one up in that situation. We knew he would come through.
Yeah, but after the triple, did he say anything after that?
He didn't say anything to me. He actually came up to me after I came out and started telling me a bunch of jokes on the bench. I was like, all right, Scott's back, and he's in a bad mood. He's a little quieter, and then he got that triple and came and started telling me jokes. So it was nice.
Jake, your coach took responsibility on that changeup that the guys got a hold of. How do you bounce back from that and just?
You know, I can't stop throwing. Just because they're hitting it around like that, I can't stop throwing. It's a big pitch for me, especially to the left-handers. You know, they just happen to be sitting on it. A few changeups I left up, and you know, that was my fault. A few other changeups that were good pitches that, you know, they were sitting on pretty well and put pretty good swings on it. So, you know, I trust him and I trust his pitch calling. And actually, one I shook to a change, and that was the first RBI. And he came in and he's like, "That's what you get for shaking." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." But yeah, I mean, I didn't lose any trust in that pitch. Just, you know, they were sitting on it and put a few good swings on it. So.
It's the third or fourth time you guys have done this in the series. ASU lost the first couple, Vanderbilt, Fullerton. I mean, you guys sense a sort of a pride factor, or what is that about going back and sort of stopping the bleeding?
Getting swept is obviously something you don't want to do, especially at home. And I mean, in a conference race like this, it's important to get. You know, we saw last year how one game, you know, mattered so much. So we knew, and we've known since, you know, conference started, that every single game means so much. And yeah, I think it's definitely a prideful thing. You know, you don't want to get swept. You don't want to get swept in, you know, at your home field. So, you know, I knew going into today that our offense was going to break through and break it open. And like I said, I just felt bad for those guys that threw Friday and Saturday where it didn't happen for them. But you know, I'm glad it happened for me. So.
Have you taken this bump back to Sunday starts personally, or this personal challenge?
I mean, not in a way where I'm mad at the coaches about it, not where I don't understand, because I completely do. But I think at the same time, if I'm not frustrated by the fact that I was, you know, bumped down, then, you know, I'd be probably playing the wrong sport. Because, you know, I mean, obviously I've been frustrated with the way I've been pitching, and, you know, as a Friday night guy, you got to put your team in a situation to win every single night, and I just wasn't doing a good job at that. So, you know, I understood, and it's frustrating, but, you know, you trust Coach Horton, and you know, you do whatever you do to get wins, and you know, so I'm fine with it.